I am in the car right now and we're on our way to the train station because I'm going down to my old undergrad town Tübingen today for most of the extended weekend. We have another national holiday today, and so today and tomorrow is off for most people from work. The cool thing is that I'm going to see a lot of my friends who stayed in Tübingen for their masters or who are back or who work there now. And on tomorrow, on Thursday, they have this big event which is called the Stocherkahnrennen, which is pretty much like punting in Oxford and Cambridge. They have these long boats and these wooden poles with which they push those boats through the river, and it's a very fun event. It's going to be a ton of people. The weather is supposed to be nice, and I definitely don't want to miss out on this because I'm here over the summer for the first time in a while, and so it's the perfect time to see this. I'm really excited, and it's going to be a cool weekend. It feels great to be back. It's honestly been such a long while since I've really been here, and Tübingen is such a beautiful place. Let me just show you this, for example. Here I'm like in this little park. Actually, you can see that perfect. Yeah, I'm going to show you another place. It's such a beautiful little town. It's roughly, I think, 70,000-80,000 people here, 30,000 of them students, including me, or ones. Here you see the lake. And my university, my undergrad university here, was founded in 1477, which is a long, long while ago. And the place here is extremely cool, extremely small, extremely bike focused, walking focused. It has a beautiful old little town, and I'm definitely going to try to show you as much as possible of this. I'm not crying because I'm sentimental. I'm more crying because the sun's coming in my eye. Yes, so Tübingen is in this little valley a little bit, and it's towered by, I don't know if you can see that up there. There's the castle by two ridges, and on top of these ridges are the fraternities and sororities, which work a little bit different here in Germany than they do in the US, but they also have a lot of co-op housing there. And the friend that I'm visiting right now, which is going to host me to, is living in such a co-op, and it's an amazing place. I hope I can show you a little bit of that, because they have a tower on top where you can go and actually see the whole city from above. So I'm definitely going to try to do that tomorrow after the party. Yeah, so that is on top of this hill, and on the other side they have another place with a beautiful old and like huge houses. One more quick note real quick. So this right here is the river that is the race is going to take place tomorrow, and where I was just pointing, you can see one of those punting boats that are going to race. The race is going to go down all of this island, turn around, and then come back on the other side. And this up there is the castle again, and here up there and on the side there you can see some of those houses that I was talking about, which are either fraternity, sororities, or co-op housing, or they in some other way belong to the university. So for the castle, for example, up there is actually housing some parts of the university. We are here. Look at this house. There you see the tower. I didn't get to show you anything of the house yesterday because everything was already packed up for the party and kind of covered behind sheets, so we're gonna do that later. The party was extremely long, and although I tried to sleep, like the whole floor in the house was kind of moving because of the bass and the music, so I'm not super awake right now, but that's fine. And I'm now going to get breakfast first and meet up with a friend, and that is the perfect time to show you a little bit of the old town of Tübingen. So I'm gonna give you a little tour of that, and then later today, I think at 1, we're gonna have the punting race, the Stocherkahnrennen, which is gonna be great too. So there's a lot of cool things to show today. Moving on to the heart of the old town, which is the marketplace that you can see right down here. And I'm trying to get an angle that is not too bad with the sun, because right here on the side you also have the old traditional town hall, which is right here. So do you see how that one window frame is white and all of the others are brown? That is because this window here belongs to this house. And the story goes that in this house here there lived a baker, and in this house there lived a butcher during one of the wars, one of the really early wars, the 30-year war or something. And the baker asked the butcher that if he brings the butcher through the war and feeds him with his bread, that after the war he gets one of the rooms in his house. And so that happened, and now this room that has the white window frame is only accessible from the house next to it and not anymore from the other side, which is, I think, a pretty cool story. This is the last place that I want to show you this morning, and this is right at the now at the river. Right there in the back you can see a lot of the punting boats that are going to be used later for the race, and that yellow tower there is called the Hölderlin-Turm, the Hölderlin Tower, which is where a famous German poet spent the last days of his life. And over there the people are already building up for the race later, and the cool thing is that the punting boats are all going to come this way, and then they're going to have to go around between this and then circle around the bridge and come back and go back the whole other side. And there's always a mess there, so all the punting boats are trying to get fit through there at the same time. So this is the really fun place to watch, but you also got to be there terribly early to still have seats.
Talk to me, it's what I want the most in my life. They say you're out of my league, but I don't give a damn. No, deep down I know you want it. You wanna take a leap and jump in. You wanna fall in love. You get me spinning, wouldn't it be awesome if you just kiss me slowly and had me in your arms? If I could make you see it, baby, we'd be something to make the starlight jealous up above. Oh, you make me up, hey, lights go out when I see you move.
That's it for this week's vlog. I didn't manage to get up on the tower, but we're going to do that next time because I'm going to come back here soon. It was a really cool weekend, and I'm very glad that I got to make this trip. But now I'm going to go home and see my sister, who I haven't seen in 6 months either, and that is exciting too. See you next time. Oh yeah, and make sure to subscribe here, and here.